Oi, welcome back. It's good to see you.
You too.
So I wanted to ask y'all, Brennan and Jason, what is the key to getting back into a character like this? Is there something specific? Is it like a piece of clothing? Is it a line?
I'm basically back in character right away once I put on the wraparound sunglasses and fart twice.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I'm about.
That's all it takes. Yeah. You wouldn't know that.
The glasses do the work.
Yeah, the fart's just for you.
And the farts center me.
It's a sneaky good way to center oneself. It's just to rip some wind.
Yeah. He's always 2 steps behind. He catches him right up. I mean, the mustache helps a great deal, right?
No lie.
And then, and just 2 beers in the makeup trailer. You know?
2 beers, 2 farts.
Yeah.
A lot of 2s here.
Yeah.
Tanya, did you have 2 of something that you have to do before a take?
No.
2 bad takes.
2 bad takes.
That's what we call her.
Yeah.
Old 2 bad takes, Tanya.
No, they say you're a 3-take wonder.
That's right, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Always nails it on the 3rd take.
Yeah, on set we say that, but behind closed doors we say 2 bad take time.
What is, how would you all describe the coaching dynamic between the 3 of you?
This makes me immediately think of the beginning of episode 4, you know, with the us pointing at each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's probably like ego, super ego, id, if we were to use Freud, if we were to go to Freudian.
Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I'd buy that just insofar as like, and Tanya hates compliments.
Yeah, she hates this.
Everyone.
Wait, watch this. Zoom in.
By the time you get to episode 4, and when we're really like a unit, basically by then, like it just fits right in. You know, fits right in. It was super easy. The pace and the style of the banter was exactly as it was before. So it was very effortless having Tanya on board.
It was, and I'll keep the compliment train going because watching you be your own character, but also fit so seamlessly into an established show like that is so impressive. What's your relationship with your soccer team, like as they're coming into the fold?
I think Alice is not a good coach. She's just because she's not she just doesn't have that kind of interpersonal thing. She's so standoffish. They're not connected in any way. I think she like tries to keep herself, she's trying so hard to be like to do that thing that of like just trying to present as like capable and tough and strong, and so she's like as a result just completely impenetrable and just like sort of behind glass. And so none of the team feels safe with her. I don't think they don't like her because she's not likable. Like there's no sense of humor there. She's just they think she's a robot, and she kind of is. And so initially when you meet them, I think that the relationship is not, no one is benefiting from it. And but she gets softer. She gets the old lasso treatment.
There you are. Yeah.
Jason and Brendan, when y'all are talking about, okay, well, we want to have some, carryover from the previous 3 seasons, and we want it to feel familiar, but we also do want it to feel new and fresh at the same time. What are those conversations like? Like, how much of the old, how much of the new? What's that perfect formula?
I don't know if we could ever say it's perfect, but at least trying to do that is like what we're trying to do.
Just knowing you have a target.
Like that quote. Yeah, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you land among the stars. I don't know if we got that far, but we at least have to watch out for planes. We're high up enough for that, I think, at that point. Maybe not rockets. But yeah, keep your wits about it.
Don't worry about spaceships.
Yeah.
Just focus on the 747.
Exactly. Spaceships or extraterrestrials. We're fine. But yeah, I mean, so much of it is rooted in the way that we communicate with each other, at least as far as Ted and Beard, as the way, we joke around. I mean, that's where they sort of, stem from way back when. So you fall back into those rhythms. So those are natural fits. We had so many people behind the scenes that came back. I mean, 90+% of our crew, from department heads to actual, the people that do the real work. And so that's baked in there. And then, I mean, we really, anybody that came in with original ideas, we broke them down. We crushed them down and turned them into powder.
Learn your place.
Yeah. And, right? And then
But to make them better.
Yes, to help.
We're playing the long game.
The plan was to build us back up.
Yeah, right. In our being, in our likeness, in our essence. It was stupid. It was dumb. We should have listened.
Yeah,
to
especially
more.
we never got around to build them back up.
Yeah, that's totally. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, showing up to us as powder.
Well, the new blood in the show is one of the highlights, and particularly
100%.
when you talk about the new team that you all are coaching. If you look at that as sort of like it reminded me of like the best tryout scene in movie history is probably A League of Their Own.
Great.
When you're
Absolutely.
meeting all these different
100%.
characters for the first time.
Yes.
How do you go about finding the perfect characters for the soccer team that kind of offset what you all bring to the show?
I'll tell you one thing is we talked a lot about A League of Their Own. I mean, obviously it's a pretty clear analog to what we're doing. Like we've started with like archetypes, like Jamie Tart, the diva, Roy the Grizzled Vet, and then just kind of gone, deeper than like, why are they this way? So yeah, we did some archetyping around really, even though those archetypes were not necessarily such movie staples, like, really, snippy Irish twins. Like, okay, let's start there, you know, and then let's find out what they're about further. But that's kind of how we go.
Yeah.
We start in the broadest terms and then narrow down.
Yeah, because I think part of the fun, at least from on our side, on the writing side, is to use these archetypes which are out there. There's just based on the the situation with women's sports and then films in general. There's less known archetypes, so we're coming up with some of them, but then we're relying on people to fill in the gaps that then we can then maybe zig and zag a little bit. I mean, that's more or less, without patting ourselves on the back, what we tried to do in the first 3 seasons. And so yeah, you're trying to set up those expectations of who any of these women are, and then sometimes that zag is just showing maybe, or postulating, is that the term? Like
That's a good word.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the right word, but of how maybe they got there. I mean, it's never just one thing. This happened to me, and now I act like this. But it provides a little context with the medicine of where the sugar of the comedy comes from.
Tanya, what was your introduction to this group? Like you're on set day one. Is there a little bit of hazing? Is there some rookie nudging? Like, do you have to carry people's bags? What was it like getting into the fold with this
You
group?
watch your answer.
Yeah, be careful.
No, I think they sensed that I was probably too fragile for any kind of hazing.
No, nothing like that.
Kid gloves. No, everyone was so. I was so nervous. I'm a very, very anxious person, and I find being on set, I get really nervous on any sets, and but especially first day of school when it's a show that everybody is already comfortable in and that the world loves so much. I was so nervous, and everyone was so lovely and supportive and just made me feel like I was all right, because my imposter syndrome was crazy, and I just really needed. My first day was the scene with Hannah in the first time you meet Alice, and I just.
It's so funny that we did that too.
What?
Then we made you do that scene first.
But it's probably great. Probably
100%. But it's
it was probably the best scene to do first. Yeah. But I was just, and I was glad it was with Hannah, because I know Hannah from Sex Education. So it was
the show.
The show.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
But there's a rigorous sexual education system in the UK that we really could learn a lot from.
But yeah, so it was really lovely having a familiar face there. But everyone was just so nice. But they didn't fuck around with me, because I could tell very quickly that I was.
I can think of a couple times where I would do that Big Brother thing of going to watch the thing and be like, all right, that was kind of bust your. You're like, wait, what? I go, okay, never do that again. Mental note, not how you screw. But then as we got to know each other better through a couple weeks later, it'd be then you would know that I'm screwing with you.
Yeah.
It just seems like y'all get along so well. Before I leave, is there any like without giving away too much in this season? Is there a particular favorite moment you have that you're so excited for fans to check out?
I mean, yes,
Impossible.
yeah.
Impossible to do without spoilers, but I know there's one that involves you that I was thinking about randomly the other day, actually. Alice has a great moment at the end of episode 6. Really great moment at the end of episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said episode 6 in the other room.
Oh,
Very interesting.
Yeah.
She has many great moments, but that one, for some reason, has been echoing in my head lately.
I can't remember what it was.
You should watch the show.
Yeah. I don't
it.
just listen. You should listen to it. You get the gist. There's many, several that I can think of with a little bit of everybody. But
I'm so excited for everyone to meet the team because they are so funny and so good. I think that everyone's going to fall in love with them.
The ETA is ASAP, PP. As soon as possible, pretty please.
So I'm loving the new season so far, and I'm watching the three of you, and I'm wondering, is there like a thing that helps you slide back into that character? Like, is it a line? Is it a piece of clothing? Is it just being around each other?
Yes, for me, people.
Being around, mine definitely started immediately with when I landed in Kansas. The first thing I went to do was a Keeley costume fitting, and it was just remembering the joy that creating Keeley from her toes to the tip of her head and every accessory and the color palettes and the kind of, there isn't a no for her really when it comes to her clothing and the way she represents her kind of entrance into the day. And it's something that brings me so much joy. Mm-hmm. And I think it brings also Jackie Levy, our costume designer, and Nikki Austin, our hair and makeup designer, who that you feel people feeling delighted by creating.
And can I just say, when I walked into, and I did knock on the door because I knew she was in there.
We share a trailer outside.
Just in case it got to a catastrophically bad start again.
Yeah.
But I walked in and I had a little brooch on my jacket and Juno was just on the floor and she went, incredibly chic. And I just went, oh man, Juno, I just love her straight away, man. Yeah. It's just like, straight back into it.
Straight back into it. And then being around these guys we go to Kansas City and we get to be shown it by Jason, who, that means something to him. And then we could dive straight into a barbecue. And that moment, I remember suddenly getting the proper giggles with your close up in that. And I was like, oh, the baby's back. Here we are. It was just a great way to start this season, to take us somewhere slightly different and kind of...
Yeah, we couldn't have had a better start than being in Kansas City. Yeah. Because there was something very meta about it. The fact that it was going to Jason's home.
Yeah.
What was the best part about that? About being, now y'all get to be like the three fish out of water in Kansas City. So what was like the most fun part of it?
It was like breathing it in good and proper where Jason has come from.
Yeah.
And,
how much it means to him and how much they love him.
Yeah, it's recognition of his background, and just like tuning into that, which is so important.
And there is the positivity and the warmth and the beauty of Ted Lasso. And you go to Kansas and you go,
why?
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
We're coming to the birthplace of it.
Yeah.
And as a huge fan of a barbecue of all kinds, I have to say, Hannah, you turned barbecue sauce dribbling onto your shirt into high art.
Thank you, my friend. I've always liked Rotten Tomatoes. Thank you.
It's a tomato-based barbecue is Kansas City. So
I tell you what, I went at it like a truffle hound.
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, I was really disturbed at how many beautiful outfits we trashed.
Yeah.
Rebecca
this
is considerably more wealthy than me.
Have barbecue sauce stains on them, and I don't want to impress you guys, but like it was so accurate, it was so good, and you played it so well.
Thank you. I just loved it. I love that you'd never think that Rebecca would be like, crazy for the biscuits, and now she's crazy for the barbecue. But I love that they put things like that in.
Yeah.
The little nuances and funny little quirks that all these characters have.
Makes
they're
them
just
human.
delicious. Yeah.
Just as a fan watching it, I feel like that scene that the folks will see at the barbecue restaurant was really when everybody was sort of like, "Hey, we're back and we're doing
so
this
back.
thing again."
We're
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
So, what is the most special part about your relationship, the two of you in the show? What is the most meaningful part about that?
I mean, I think they don't really exist without each other. Keeley definitely doesn't have the journey that she's gone on without Rebecca, and Rebecca seeing that in her and Rebecca encouraging her, and then also, at some points having to call her out and vice versa.
Vice versa, absolutely. And I think that, Keeley would never think it, but she has brought something to Rebecca's life that she never thought she was going to have either. There is an ease and a flow between them. I've always said, there's not one without the other, ever. And I cannot imagine being on this journey with anyone else playing Keeley, ever. many years ago, I said that on stage that there
When
is
you
no.
won. I'll never forget it.
But it's true.
Your
but
mum
it's-
had just touched the seat. It was crazy.
But it's true. It's true. All these characters, I can't imagine any other person playing these characters. I think it's just a brilliant, and I love the fact that it's, I mean, obviously Juno is extremely established, but the rest of the players that we have as well, you know, the boys that we had, and now the women's team that we have, the casting on this show is
genius.
just outstanding.
Yeah.
And then this fellow to your right, you have mastered the art of walking into an awkward situation.
It's extraordinary.
Or making an ordinary situation awkward. Yeah, yeah.
Without giving too much away in the season, do you have a favorite moment of awkwardness from season 4?
When did you do your best?
I think that's at the beginning of episode 2. Yeah, it's partly to do with the editing, but there's a perfectly timed bit of Higgins noise.
Bit of a gentle goat.
Yeah.
Higgins noises. That should be like a phone ring you can get.
Totally.
Like, it's just like a Higgins
Totally.
noise.
Or you know, with the apps that tell you which directions you're going in, if you start making a wrong turn.
Turn by turn navigation.
Stop talking.
I love what a ray of
I would love
sunshine.
that.
It's not even fair to say ray of sunshine that Keely is in this season. It's more like a bolt of sunshine that you are. And all you really want to do is make this team super successful, right? So if there's like a pie chart of support you're getting from Hannah's character, but then also from Roy, what would that percentage be? Like, do you feel like she's supporting you more? Do you feel like Roy maybe has your back a little bit more? Or do neither one?
No, I think they both do. I think they both really want, neither one of them want this to go wrong for Keely or for the beautiful, brilliant players on the women's team. You know, I think there's a real investment from all aspects of AFC Richmond women's team and wanting it to soar. I think they both understand what patience means behind it. And Roy can understand that from being also a player on the pitch. And I think Rebecca can understand that from being a woman who is in control of a big business and has a lot of power in a place that people may not expect from a woman always. And I think Keely is learning about that. And I think they're both incredibly patient and kind with her, but I think they both aren't afraid to also call her out on things. I think she takes it better from Rebecca than she does from Roy.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have I mean, just if I can chip in on Keely, because Keely's journey is quite fascinating, having come from a kind of, you know, an end of the modelling industry.
Famous for being famous.
Yeah, that.
Almost famous.
To you know, the University of Life, really, you know, and strong sense of intuition and being mentored. It makes her such a powerful person, and a person with great ability.
And not afraid to get it wrong.
Yeah,
You know, she's
that's
not afraid
right.
to get it wrong.
Yeah.
And these two have nothing but love for her.
Yeah.
But there's a mutual thing of that, isn't there? That like you said, calling each other out. The thing I love about Rebecca with Keely is that Keely has seen Rebecca have to step into a room that she's not welcome in. And she's seen all of that, you know, and there have been uncomfortable moments that Keely will have experienced watching these two being uncomfortable together and having to find a way through.
It's almost like you have such a fresh energy about it. It's like you're a junior in the University of Life.
Yeah.
Where
Absolutely.
you're out there and you're experiencing
But I want
new
to
things.
learn, which is what I think
You
is
still have the
great.
desire where you don't have like senioritis yet.
And she doesn't think she doesn't think she knows all the answers. She thinks she knows what this team deserve right now, and she wants it now. And I think the reality of understanding that isn't a possibility, which is a truth in the world, I think as well, with you know the difference between male and female sports, and I know you were saying earlier too. There's a history of male football, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now it's time. Let's develop all the fans. Let's put it out there, and let's keep that kind of desire and hunger and passion for this sport being played by women alongside being played by men. And I think being a part of telling this story with this is such an exciting opportunity.
And Keely's bringing the what if.
Yeah.
And what if? You know, it's really wonderful that it's coming from this character who, like Jeremy just said, has had the beginnings that were taking her off in a very different direction. Rebecca kind of gears her around, but then she runs with that ball. It's beautiful.
Do y'all have a favorite moment? Well, obviously, without giving away too much, do y'all have a favorite moment in your head from this season?
This season.
where you're just so excited, like, oh, I can't wait for fans to see what we're going to be doing?
Mine is
quite a
in
few.
episode 6. There is a surprising appearance, and I think that person
That's
is
going to be an iconic moment.
utter
Yep. Yeah.
magic.
Yep. That's going to be good.
Well, I've got stuff in episode 9. I think I can't remember because it was just so crazy. But really, going to the jazz museum and the actor I played opposite Milan Carter is just gorgeous, fantastic actor. Big shout out to him. I love doing those scenes.
All right, I can't wait to see episode 6 now. There's something.
Yeah.
It's going to be iconic.
It's going to be a big one, kids.
They're one of my favorite actors on the planet. Just brilliant. They're brilliant. They're brilliant.
That was almost a
and
Higgins noise.
nobody will believe that they're in it. They're brilliant.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Thank you guys so much for this. Is what I hope this would be like. This
cool.
We
experience.
love
Have a
that.
great
And
rest of your
shout
day,
out to
okay?
Rotten Tomatoes because the percentages, I think, are always very accurate.
Thank you.
I agree.
It's true, they are.
Yeah.
You guys know what you're doing.